I don't care what Floyd Mayweather says. He thinks he works harder than everybody. No motherfucker. Andre Messi works harder than you. And that's why you're seeing Conor on a losing streak. I mean, I'm not saying about the pharmaceutical enhancements he's been on. Everybody says, no, he's not. You. Yeah, he is.
So Conor McGregor for sure is on steroids.
Yes.
100%.
100%. Listen, 4 months. 4 months of my training, getting in shape to fight any of you.
Logan Paul,
Jake Paul,
Dylan Dennis.
Any
of these YouTuber.
Any of you.
My guru was Dan Inosanto. You remember Guru Dan?
Give it
Man. Guru. He's under my Sifu David Hatch, but Guru Dan's a legend in the martial arts world. It's why Bruce Lee's training partner. He taught Bruce Lee the Filipino Indonesian martial arts.
I want to learn. I wish I'd stayed with learning Kali and the screen.
Yeah.
Because it scared me.
Yeah.
Listen, MMA people, I get it. There's some shit that'll kill you. Death. And I've trained with Navy SEAL Team 6. And there's some shit that the guard means nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
There was a person that was brought up in a previous podcast. He actually walked in the UFC room with a former person we interviewed, Kevin Novacek. He was with Bilal Muhammad, and they were over in Russia, right?
Yeah. It's a good point to talk about real and fake.
Yes. So, and obviously you are through and through the real as can be.
Yeah.
What do you feel about Steven Seagal?
Let's just get right into it. We gotta get right into it.
It becomes a topic conversation.
It's one of my favorites with MMA.
Acting. Okay.
Yes.
You did your thing in acting. I get it. I'm not mad at you about your acting, whatever you did. I'm gonna dive deep. First of all, and I saw the footage of when he said he trained with Bruce Lee. I'm counting years versus Bruce Lee versus Steven.
I didn't know he said he trained with him.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he trained.
Video.
Oh, okay.
Did he?
No. Mathematically, no. Based on years, no. 2, when you are saying that you taught Anderson Silva how to throw a kick.
That won him the belt.
Yeah, I was like, really? Did you teach Anderson Silva how to kick Vitor Belfort in the mouth? Did you teach Lyoto to kick Randy Couture in the mouth?
He took credit for the front kick with Lyoto as well.
Oh my God, his dad was a Shotokan master.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to learn karate before he learned jiu-jitsu.
It's like one of the first moves you learn in taekwondo.
Any striking art,
front kick.
You have to sit there in a kiba-dachi or yusen-dachi and throw that damn kick more times than you care to even think about it. That's why even in martial arts, modern MMA, how many times have you ever seen a front kick?
After or just?
No, I mean just generally speaking.
It's usually like
it comes up. It started coming up a little bit, but
not as common.
Prevalent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I tell people, I'm like, you cannot sit there and say that you. No. You can't. He's a master in Aikido. I'm not knocking it.
You're not knocking Aikido? You think it's an effective martial art?
I say it as an auxiliary only.
Okay.
You are not defending yourself against multiple attackers with Aikido. I will argue, and I don't mean to cut him short, but come on, player.
Put your hand here.
Right.
Hold your hand here, and now I'm going to against Mr. International with all 7, 8 black belts.
Take that away. Take that away. Take all my black belt martial arts sense away.
Even the bear?
Even the bear. Okay. Pre-bear.
All right.
I was 4th in the nation in collegiate wrestling.
Yep. All-American.
So, let's say, okay, I don't even shoot double legs, but let's say this one day I decided to shoot a low single, because yes, I had to drill the low single and the double leg and the Russian double. You can stop there with Aikido. No. A moving target coming at you, and I shoot the L step. You are not, and I've told people, I'm like, listen, no. And when he's made these crazy statements, as far as the validity of what Aikido is, especially in the modern era of arts.
Yeah. There's a reason why there's no, I've said this before, but there's a reason why there's no straight Aikido masters at competing in MMA, right? It's never been proven to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I have laughed. I had a former client who thought he could take Taekwondo only.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I think you go run to that stone head, cauliflower head, trapeze up to his damn ears wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, I've trained. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. Right. Its benefits are turning back side kick, spinning heel kick. Those are effective.
Right.
And even he's throwing a tornado kick, but they don't teach punching. They don't teach how to check kicks.
I have told people this. I remember when the purple belt choked out a black belt in jiu-jitsu in the UFC.
Yeah.
And I said, but of course there was a few PPP going down range. And I said, I tell people now, he who studies the most effective and the most efficient wins, trains hard, opens his mind. I've crossed and pissed off a lot of instructors.
Yeah.
I walk into dojos and I've never dojo stormed. I always I'd come to your dojo. We'll do Taekwondo. Okay, I just got to get my gates open again. And I can respect that. When people come in saying that Aikido or they talk about Taekwondo, they talk about karate, and I see it online.
Yeah.
My social media platforms. People say that shit don't work. I was like, you talking to me, you know that, right?
Yeah.
I can go Penyon 5 on you and make it work.
Yeah.
Now, would you say and I can't say this enough about how much you've trained in so many martial arts. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Now, you have a renowned kickboxing background.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that is your favorite martial art out of all of them, or how does that work?
It's in my fave list. I actually, for those of you who don't know, there was an experiment, I think it was in the 30s or 40s. It was the Pavlovian experiment. And every time they would feed, they would ring the bell, the dog would get used to getting fed when the bell rang. So when they stopped feeding the dog, they ring the bell and the dog would start salivating. The reason I'm bringing it up, the very thought of me throwing people, I have a Pavlovian response. I literally salivate. And it's a few of the guys have had their most unfortunate experience. I've thrown them, and I'm fighting with the mouthpiece. My saliva is falling into people's face.
Yeah.
And I'm swallowing spit. And it's been like that. It's just something about it. When I went from Greco-Roman to judo, first class, like when judo was offered as a college credit curriculum. And I was like, oh, I get to take judo for grades?
Yeah.
Oh, good, awesome. I get to grab clothes and throw. Sweet. And my first experience of traditional classic judo. I took the class, loved it. Dr. Stephen Carr at Carson College, Jefferson City, Tennessee, Carson University now. His wife was a brown belt. He was the Godon. Mid-semester, we went to the Tennessee State Championships. White belt, judo, me, and the rest of the other minions. I won the white belt to green division. I was off the mat quick with him. I then said, Dr. Carr, can I do the brown belt division? Shonie, it's $50. Say less, GI Bill. Blah. Red for a college kid apart a $50 bill. $50 bill. What you got? I run through the brown. I wrecked them worse than I did the white belts. I'm feeling good. Cross country team, wrestling team, trying to make the Olympics. Let me run the black belt division. They were like, Shonie. I'm like, Dad, come on, I'm here. $75. Say less. 50, 20, and a 5. Tournament director's like, looking at a white belt who just won the white belt degree and the brown belt. I pawned everybody. So I go in the black belt division, and I really didn't know. Watch this. So I can do it now. And I know the. I walked up there, and I'm like, let's run. This is a traditional judo tournament.
Yeah.
That first guy's leading. I'm bouncing, I'm hopping, like, yeah, I'm talking. You ain't no talk. You know that. I'm bringing on, sucker. Let's get them. I'm shucking and jiving. This kid just don't know. I mean, it was the most unjudo throw you could possibly ever imagine.
Yeah.
I just grabbed something and just chucked him. He pawned. Second guy. Then he's looking, I was like, oh, okay, I know who you are. I took him serious. But I did Greco-Roman wrestling. Instead of grabbing his gi, I grabbed his wrist. I hit him with a duck under. Whew. Got around back. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Full belly to back suplex. Ippon. Now everybody's wondering who the f*** am I, because I'm a white belt, suplexing black belts. Finals, they run right into us. I ain't scared. Come on, let's go. I now know what a fifth degree black belt in judo is. So I said, let me try some shit. Okay. So I tried a foot sweep. And he fell. He said, oh, I got him. But I didn't fall through one. I could have held him down. And I didn't. So he gets back up. Next thing you know, he throws me. And I'm trying to belly out Greco. But I hear Wazari. And I'm like, what is that? What's a Wazari? And so my coach, instructor, he's like, half point, keep going. Okay, so I got this. Let me turn the wrestler on. So I shoot in on him when they had Yukos and Cocos, small point. And I'm like, yeah, got you. Now he's pissed. Let's just say to this moment right now, talking to you, I do not know what he threw me with. I do know that there were light bulbs. I'm adrift. Wow, that's amazing. Ippon. The tournament director, he's the old man with the red and white belt. He's like, I don't know. Who's your instructor? Dr. Stephen Carr. You're not a white belt. I am a white belt. I just took this up this semester for extra credits. What? I'm taking this as a class Tuesdays and Thursdays. You taking judo 2 days a week, and you just went with what I forget. He was a fifth. And you just wrecked everybody. Yeah. They literally snatched that white belt off me. You earned enough points in one tournament to be a black belt. What? And I'm like, I didn't quite get it.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if I give you a black belt. You registered with the USJ? Yes. So I'm wearing a brown belt in judo in less than a semester.
Nice. So you're bringing. It's good that you brought up judo, because we were just talking about Steven Seagal.
Yes.
Are you familiar with you know judo Gene LeBell?
Yo.
So do you want? I'm trying to bait you into telling this story about Steven Seagal. I know it because I've heard it in the film world. But what? Would you go ahead and
he was
tell that story, please?
Steven Seagal was being a dick towards it.
He's known for that as well in the martial arts community as well as the film crew. Correct.
Yeah, and I when I first heard him, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So then when I found out Judo Gene LeBell got pissed.
This was on a film
on the set of a film set. Yeah. Judo, he going to challenge Gene LeBell.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Steven Seagal said that Gene LeBell couldn't choke him? Right?
Couldn't choke him out.
Yeah. He's like, Steven Seagal is bragging about his Aikido is so superior to anything else.
Some movie set.
Right. Yeah, this is real.
Gene's a legendary stuntman as well as martial artist. Ronda Rousey's coach as well.
And so, literally, So night, and he peed himself.
Shit himself.
So,
right there on set.
On set, right
in front of everybody. Yeah, that's a known story. Martial arts know that, and
why is it a story that I feel that isn't really? I mean, I know it's out there, but it's not out there for everyone.
It's crazy that people never knew, because
Gene's a nice guy, like very humble, nice guy.
I met him. I was doing a fight in a rodeo in a bullfighting stadium in California. He was a judge, a commissioner for the California Athletic Commission, and they know who we are. And he grabbed me. I was like, I became fanboy. I didn't even care. And we get to talking. I said, I love the pink tie. I love the pink suit. I love the pink tie. We're going back and forth. And I asked him about it. I said, was that
about Steven Seagal, right?
Nicest guy in the world. It went from basically.
So it was that heated.
It was. Oh my God! It was crazy. Like when you hear the stories about Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Seagal.
Real quick with Gene.
Yeah.
The thing is, Gene LaBelle also taught Bruce Lee grappling.
Right.
So he's an OG of it.
Yeah, so this correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when these guys that would say like, and act that way, you like,
Yeah.
Was Van Damme was an asshole too?
well, not to me.
But
you've heard.
I've heard stories. Yeah, because people would say that he wasn't a real fighter. Then I found out he was in 1901 as a kickboxer, and then one guy said he was only a ballerina, but they said he was being a dick to somebody. He kicked his stomach. He's supposed to kick the knife.
Yeah,
outward crescent. He did an inward crescent, and it got cut across his face.
Just being an asshole.
Yeah, because I can stand up, no warm-up. I can punch the wall, or punch right at your nose and not hit you. I can do the punch and just touch you to get you to sell. And when I was on Divergent, the stunt team.
I worked on that too.
Yeah.
Garrett, you know Garrett Warren?
Yeah.
Garrett, JJ Perry, he's the fight coordinator.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm on the set, I'm not going to be a dick.
Right.
I've gotten no financial gain. I'm not getting a title belt. Why would I beat up on somebody?
Yeah.
It's not cool. Each one teach one. That's
right.
The credo. And when I hear these inflated, I'm like, really?
Yeah. It's a delusional world that a lot of people in
So real quick, just from another outside perspective.
Yeah.
So the fight with Steven Seagal and what's his name again?
Gene LaBelle.
Yeah.
Gene LaBelle. So it was on set, and like people just kind of moved away, and like they were talking, and just went down right there, and then was like, did they go somewhere in a different room? So no.
No.
It was right there, and they just did it, and he just did himself, and then he waited till he got up and just walked away.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, Seagal is from what I've heard, he's very boisterous. He thinks he's a superior fighter, like
to everybody.
And I don't think he realized, like, Gene LaBelle is a legend in the martial arts world. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why he's called Judo Gene LaBelle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He taught whole damn martial arts is your nickname. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not Taekwondo Tony. You're not Karate Kelvin.
Right.
What were the individuals that you looked up to just coming up, or that you saw and like, I really enjoy watching that person fight, I
did enjoy
manipulate something like that?
At the island of Dr. Moreau with Judo Gene LaBelle. I loved Muhammad Ali. I did watch Bruce Lee. I watched a lot of Samurai Sunday, the 5 Deadly Venoms. Loved that one.
Like Jackie Chan?
Love Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Jet Li.
Sammo Hung.
Sammo was my hero.
Sammo Hung?
Yeah, the fat belly guy who can kick your ass. Yeah. I'm like, it's possible. If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And, like, even with Cynthia Rothrock, I've met her, and I know Cynthia. Now, some of them, like, okay, Christine Bannon Rodriguez, I've been in the room with her at the Hall of Honors thing. I don't get to talk to her, didn't get to talk to her too much to get to, like, how we doing.
Yeah.
But Cynthia, she's doing a movie called Black Creek, and I didn't try to get in the movie. I was just like, I got too much little micro fires. It's crazy, but the cool ones, no, it was only one woman that in martial arts that rubbed me the wrong way, and it was, I didn't know who she was. I met Alan Goldberg's Action Martial Arts, Tropicana Hotel, Atlantic City, New Jersey, every year. And she was like, real humans. I'm like, really? And, you know, we all had the autograph tables, and we're all there. Dan Severn didn't show up that one year. And I like saying next to Dan Severn is so funny. Just by proxy of Dan Severn. And he just says stuff, and I just, sure, yeah, run with it. I love him to death. I even, young Shonie, when he came to he was very humble, wanted to do we had him, my instructor at the time, had him do a guest appearance, and he had his belts.
Yeah,
ultimate, and I forget the 2 belts he did. This is the ultimate title belt. Mm-hmm. And we took a picture together, and I said, can we take a picture of that belt? This is before I had any belts. And so I was like, and he did it. I was like, I can't hold it. And so I tried to tug it out. I was like, and he pulled it back, and so we were playing tug of war with his belt. It was
So the thing about Dan Severn is Dan Severn was a pro wrestler and a pro MMA fighter who won the early UFC tournaments. So speaking of wrestlers that are also MMA fighters and being in Chicago, what are your thoughts on CM Punk being allowed into the UFC? Let's get into that real quick. Let's break it down.
I'm glad you said
break it down. Yeah,
I respect.
That's a great question.
I'm glad.
Okay, let's break this down for us.
I respect all of the athletes out there. A lot of them didn't get to go through the grind of paying their dues to get to
the UFC.
Even Brock Lesnar. I'm like, how you gonna go from not getting punched in the face, not getting kicked, not getting choked out, not getting your arm bar, ankle lock, heel hook, whatever, to not really knowing jiu-jitsu or MMA, whatever we want to call a spectrum, right to the UFC, no warm-up?
How to throw a punch.
Right. And then when he came to Logan Square Export, I was a trainer there. And I got that job because I was on Ultimate Fighter. They saw me on TV. So I'm a trainer and I'm doing my thing. And he walked in and all the girls are freaking out. I'm like, okay.
CM Punk did.
Yeah,
okay.
Comes in to join. And I'm like, what's he doing here? Because this is not the fighter gym. I want to be cute by spring.
Right.
And so it's one of the hot locations, Fullerton and then this one. So he's doing his little thing and people were like traipsing around him. I'm like, y'all really? Y'all sweating the technique? I didn't even realize he had been in the UFC. He was getting ready for UFC.
Oh, really?
This
was before he fought?
Right.
Okay.
But he had signed.
Yeah, okay.
Now, mind you, I know I did. I'm doing I'm that dude. But I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't get snippy with him. I see no reason to.
He didn't come up and say what.
We talked absolute brevity. I'm like, if you need some help while you're here, I got whole focus mitts. We can move around if I can help you out. He said, oh, I'm good. I said, okay, let's try this one more time. I can help you.
Does he not know who he's talking to?
Right?
It's Mr. International.
Yeah.
I can do some drills with you. We can do the export, even though I have the equipment, I can touch play with you just to get the idea of what it's like. And he's like, no, I'm good. Because I'm training with Duke Ruthless. And I said, that's good. I said, good. Very good for you. Good. You need my help while you here. They'll get away from you because I'm the spread the out guy. They get the out of my way.
Did he not know who you were?
I don't think he did.
Because who would, if you're getting ready to fight in the UFC, you got Shonie Carter,
I'm
right?
the dude, right?
Yes.
The amount of styles that you've studied.
It's actually a disrespect because I feel like,
for sure,
especially you're a Chicago-based dude. You're trying to get into the thing that I damn near. I laid the cement groundwork for you.
Yeah, an OG.
I'm wearing the.
You got the
tight,
stripes, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing the tight red export trainer shirt. Hi, I'm giving you a discount rate.
So CM Punk is just like that.
I laugh. Even today, I'm the personal training manager for export at Belmont Sawyer. I tell people, come on in. And when I do, people come in and they'll be in the gym. I had the cheat codes. Fitness, I got all the cheat codes. And I even barked up my area director, manager, whatever the acronyms are. I said, they have the Get Fit Challenge, and I'm trying to help people. And so I tell people, you ever seen us in the UFC like this, and you wonder why nobody in the gym is built like that? I said, because y'all don't know the cheat codes. Right. I have the cheat codes. I'm giving you all the cheat codes. I do body composition according to the U.S. Olympic Training Center. I use all the target heart rate training zones. I explain the protein ingestion based upon lean body mass versus 1 scoop for women, 2 scoops for men. I actually know the cheat codes for expediting the glycolysis cycle. And so I was telling CM Punk this. I'm like, bruh, I got you.
Could you tell his body's never been good.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. You ain't not, when it was him, I said, how much protein are you ingesting? He's what I mean. I said, no. I need 5 doses. 5 doses. You're a combat sports athlete. You're incinerating the subcutaneous adipose tissue known as body fat. And you don't understand the glycolysis cycle at all, do you? And he's looking at me like, oh, bro. I said, people,
So what? Like,
This is behind the gate at the U.S. Olympic Training Center. You can't go and take this picture. Wink, wink. I was there training before Daniel Cormier got into the cage. I was like, Daniel, if you're gonna do this, I told Daniel Cormier, I says, get with a solid team. I said, size difference, you're a new generation. He ends up with AK. I think he did okay. I think Daniel Cormier did okay.
Yeah, he ended up doing pretty well.
Yeah, pretty good of himself. But I laughed when I'm like,
so what's CM Punk saying, though? Is he like, when you're saying the stuff to him, is he just like, no, I'm good with my Pepsi and my pizza?
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck?
Like, do you understand, asshole, like, who I am? Like, I'm trying to help you.
Right.
You got an OG of the sport trying to help you. Like,
I have laughed because the people have, like, sometimes fighters will come into different gyms or other athletes. They think, a Ukrainian boxer came into the gym yesterday. I went in to work off the clock. I'm like, hey, you need some, because he signed them up. I'm like, you need some help? I can hold mitts for you. Oh, I'm a boxing coach. I'm like, slow down, player.
Do they not know who they're talking to?
I love this. Never mind the video game appearance. Never mind the pyramid picture.
I mean, you must have the temperament.
Never mind that. I was security for Jerry Springer. Never mind that.
Hey, you and Joe Rogan.
Nice. Oh, yeah. My favorite boxer of all time.
Now. Ready? Carlson Gracie Sr. I'm shirtless. I'm in the dojo with Carlson Gracie Sr.
When was that?
Oh, my God. This was mid-90s.
Okay.
When they, and people were like, you didn't train with Carlson? Really? Those same red biker shorts you saw in the UFC with me wearing.
For those first-time, experience with Shonie Carter, Google him.
Right. I've laughed when other people thought, like Bobby Lashley, when he did a little MMA.
He did, right.
How the did he get Bobby? I said, Bobby, hi. Yeah, if you're going to keep doing this, here's my number. I did it to all of them. Here's my number.
Did you have to see him?
I did it. I said, listen, player, I don't want you to get f***ed up. And I would get yelled at by the bosses at Export because I don't know how to talk like proper etiquette. And I was like, excuse the f*** out of me. You know who the f*** you hired. I said, first of all, I'm a goddamn U.S. Marine. That's it. I'm a wrestler, U.S. Marine. I get punched in the head. 27 dislocations and breaks. 40 concussions. 42 to be exact. Maybe 43 after last night. That's crazy, too. And when these guys would just disregard.
So CM Punk didn't even. So when you offered your number to him,
Paige Van Zandt didn't.
She what?
She, when I was training out there with Juliana Pena.
Yeah.
And even I get Juliana, because I have a guerrilla style of jiu-jitsu. I get it.
Yeah.
With the other fighters, I'm like, hey, guys, fuck a double leg, because that's all they drill, double legs.
Yeah.
I wish you would. Shoot if you won't. Go ahead. You're going to find out what gravity is and relinquishment of those rights. So they had a wrestling coach from Moldova named Gene. And they was like, we go to work the double leg. And I was like, and mind you, this is after Mike Valley had me autograph the wall.
Right.
So they all see me.
Was that the first time? Did they not know who you were when you first came in?
Bruh, it was hilarious.
So when you signed it.
Right. So I'm with Nick Spacek. He's the owner of Apex House of Grappling. I love him.
Great guy.
Yeah. And you so I'm with Nick, and he's taking me out there the first time. I'm flying low on the radar. White T-shirt, jeans, not even the funny shoes. I have on like white, whatever. Just I'm trying to blend in. Got my little black gloves, black gym bag. I'm being incognito. So I'm going to the gym. Yeah, I can say it. I don't give a So I'm literally, Mike Valley's like, then he tells them who I am. Lewis Taylor knows me because we used to train together.
I know Lewis Taylor.
Yeah.
Ross trains
right.
these guys.
Before he won the two world titles.
Right.
I remember when he was a rookie. That's how far I go back.
Right.
So literally, I'm cool with them. Bilal, he's cool. I know Lou brought Bilal in. So I'm like, yeah, what's up, Bilal? I got pictures with the guys and some of the guys and girls I knew from different schools. They're like, you everywhere, aren't you? You damn right. And so Simon Waltz, they left Mike. I give the fancy Shonie Carter was here a bit. And they go into the double leg wrestling. I'm like, that's not necessary. And Gene, the wrestling, the Moldovan coach, and the guys and the girls like, well, you don't shoot double, you don't wrestle. And Paige Van Zandt looks at me. I'm like, my amateur career is better than your pro career. And they were like, what? I said, I was on the Olympic ladder for Greco-Roman wrestling. None of you are in shape like an Olympic athlete. And I said, I don't shoot double legs for a very good reason. And when we saw Ben Askren get KO'd, and I tell you, that's never happened to me. Thank God. Yes, I've been kicked, but that's worse when somebody's doing a jump flying knee when the shin hits the brachial plexus and across the temporal region of the medulla oblongata. Yeah, and I tell people, no. I don't shoot. I throw or clinch and foot sweep. If I don't get the takedown, we got to do
spinning back fist.
Yeah, spinning back. Ushido Boseki again.
So let's take it back to Mr. Phil Brooks, though. We ever finish that up?
Oh, yeah.
So you're
export.
Yes, and he comes up to you, or you come up to him.
I walked up to him. Trying to be cool.
And he's just like, nah, I'm straight, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then he went on, and just give us a breakdown of your thoughts of his actual fighting.
I said, really? Yes. Really? Yeah, really. This bullshit. And I'm in the audience at the United Center.
You were there?
Hell yeah, I had to go. Yeah, I made that phone call. I need that ticket, pimpin'.
Should have been like walked up to the gate, like I told you.
I literally, the fan meet and greet out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I'm walking around, and a few people recognize me, but they were like, And so I saw Matt Serra project. He won the belt.
With Matt Serra?
Rockhold, not Rockhold.
Luke Rockhold?
Whiteman. Chris Whiteman.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Chris Whiteman was there. I said, Chris, what's happening, pimpin'? And he's talking this shit. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening with you? Oh, Shonie Carter. And Chicago was like, what? Who? I'm like, I took one bus to get here. I know I'm at. I'm from here. I live on the west side. Is that close by? Chris, for you, no, it's really far. For you, it's really far. No, don't. Yeah, that's not what you're doing.
So what are you thinking when you see the fight, though? When you see CM Punk fight, like when you see just
I was just like, you motherfuckers did this. Y'all paid him a lot of money to do this.
Don't you get pissed off and feel disrespected by that?
I do, because I call them motherfuckers.
No, not even that. I'm saying for everything that you've done and sacrificed, and then you kind of get something like that, or even James Toney, who just jumped in. They made way more money than me for that bull. It's like a circus for
I know Randy didn't train for that fight. I know for an intimate fact, Randy Couture didn't train for that fight.
Did he even need to?
No.
Not.
He
shot in.
Then shot a double leg, took him down.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, this man made $500,000 on the double leg.
For you, what is your highest moment in your pro career win?
Wow. It was not the back fist, because Matt Serra was not the first.
And by the way, you were the first person in MMA history to land a spinning back fist, for people that don't know. Correct?
Right. I use a traditional karate technique as a karate black belt in Shidokan Karate, taught at Chicago Fitness Center, and literally out in combat do to throw a karate beats jiu-jitsu. And I laughed with that fight. I did not train any jiu-jitsu. I used wrestling and conditioning and boxing. And it's crazy. It's like my career has been, it's so many. It's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean.
Which is amazing, because you've got guys now with records that are 9-2,
Right. My first, I had over 70 fights to get to the UFC.
You have fights that aren't even probably on paper.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of, I'm glad you said that, because I try to come prepared.
Oh, of course.
And I was like, okay, that's the fighter credo. I'm working on a book, Fatal Flaws of Competition. I couldn't find the original papers. All of the papers. These are fights that nobody knows about. And
wow.
Right. Right.
Louise.
Right. And I couldn't find the other pieces of paper.
Just goes on and on.
Oh, this one. It says number 169, number 170. This is the number of fight.
Right. These are the numbers of fight.
So that's
Pull it up for the camera.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're at 157.
Adam, cut in onto this.
Right. It's crazy because I have fights that people will never know about.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a guy who's working on my documentary, Quincy Milroe. He's already an award-winning independent film documenter, and we're working on funding because I've been giving him storage bins full of VHS tapes and DVDs, and I've got a cigar box full of I have over a terabyte of flash drives. Terabytes, excuse me. What's after tera? I forgot what tera is. After tera.
Terabytes.
There's some above tera. Bronto bytes. I have Bronto bytes of footage that people don't know about. And it's crazy because the UFC Fight Pass, I found out that there are 60 fights that people don't know about.
Yeah.
That I know I didn't do 60 fights in the UFC. They bought up all of the organizations' databases. And all of the years of fight, what is my apex high moment? Okay, I did land the spinning back fist on Matt on the reality show, but that was like, damn it, he didn't stay down.
I mean, I'm not even trying to pin it down because you have so many. You're pulling out pieces of paper that no one even knows about.
Right.
These fights.
I was on the wrestling mat with Alexander Karelian in Budapest, Hungary, and
Career is one highlight reel.
Correct.
Really.
Yes.
right,
I mean,
And the only L's that you had were the ones that you got on last minute notice.
last
correct?
minute.
Right. So the only time he ever got an L was because he took a fight, right away. So that's
I lost to Joe Riggs. They called me 24 hours before the fight, and I was scrambling around trying to get to get to I forget the name of that casino in Canada. And sometimes I would just holistically take breaks from martial arts. So I would weightlift, and people were like, my friends thought I was all on steroids. I'm like, no, I'm using the cheat codes. I don't do cardio. I do compound movements. I'm drinking 5 protein shakes a day. My ingestion was 37.5 grams of protein. The human body will absorb up to 40 grams per serving. So I was metabolizing enough calories on a day-to-day basis that I was losing weight, putting on muscle. And people were like, what? My mom thought I was on steroids. And Mom, she was living with me. I said, Mom, from what I heard, steroids have to be back of the refrigerator on the left-hand side. Goes part of the refrigerator on the top shelf. From what I heard. And you're not supposed to have it in direct light. Supposed to have it, on the bottom shelf.
Were there any guys, go ahead, finish what you're going to say. I'm sorry.
No, just things with Mom.
Was there any guys that you would know, it might be a little touchy subject here,
Nothing
that
touchy.
in the UFC that you're like, dude, these guys were juicing to the gills, man. And
I laugh about it because, honestly, I'm going to put myself out there. Aside from the UFC, when I was in the UFC, I was 100% clean, 100%. I outworked everybody. I don't care what Floyd Mayweather says. He thinks he works harder than everybody. No, motherfucker. Andre Messi works harder than you.
Say that one more time and look.
Andre Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo works harder than Floyd Mayweather. Facts. Period.
That's sat right there on the camera, baby.
Right.
Let's go.
Literally, in the time of when I was in the UFC, I was 100% clean. There were times in my life I have experimented, and it made me aware of what it was like because I remember my very European friends that I had. I remember when I started 1 week, my one max rep went up 50 pounds. I was like, holy shit, and I'm not even doing it like how they did it. And then times I could do, at this one gym I'm not affiliated with anymore, Chicago Fitness Center, they literally has 100-pound wheels on his leg press. The leg press is over 1,000 pounds when you fully loaded. I was on sets of 100. Yeah.
So that's where you're at then.
Yeah. When you take that stuff, you are. And so when there were times when you see these guys, when I fought Joe Riggs, the last minute, I said, "Oh, you're gonna just use all of them? You just ain't gonna save none for me. I can't make a purchase call nowhere."
Wait, so once again, to piggyback on that, so obviously you did fight Joe Riggs.
Yeah.
That was on a 24-hour...
Less than 24 hours notice. Yeah.
Well, I feel like somehow you're just the guy that sounds like, you know what, we can't find one. Get Shonie's going to be... Shonie's our guy, bro.
Right.
But like,
we used to train together.
Is he cool?
No, he's cool. He has... I mean, everybody has a dickhead moment.
Right.
But he was not the most fan interactive.
Yeah.
He would try not to let people get near him to take pictures or autographs. I looked at it like this. One, Dana White was never my boss. The fans were. And essentially, if they're not there, I'm not anything other than martial artist for me. And essentially, you never know who you go meet. And do that policy from my grandfather taught me. Be nice to those who are respectful to you. Don't do otherwise unless they prompt you to do it. So, okay. Our grandfather used to say the most in-depth shit. Tell him. All right?
It's pretty good, though.
And it was cool because I just understand why Josh Koscheck.
So?
Asshole.
I mean, he's pretty much portrayed that anyways. He didn't even try hiding.
Off camera.
Worse?
We got stories all days, people. Wow. Las Vegas. The story starts in Louisiana. World of Wheels. Guy asked me to come to World of Wheels. He flies me out to a movie. What ifs? So literally, he's in Vegas, the director, getting married. I'm saying, cool. You paying for the trip? Take it because I'm not paying to go to Vegas. So he brings me out there. When there was a Club 54, we're there. The wedding party. Thing. I'm over there, and his girl was Native American. You know, imagine she's built like Pocahontas, not the real one, the Disney version. So I bring the pimp cups, him and her gifts. I give them to him. I'm on the dance floor with the bridesmaids. If there's one, there's 5 other ones built just like her. Yeah, it was amazing. Louisiana women are amazing. So I'm on the floor, and I'm dancing with the ladies. I'm salsa dancing with Native American women in Las Vegas. I have to DJ on salsa music. Oh, yeah. I also fight. I dance salsa. I also fight. Wink, wink. I'm on the floor. I'm dancing with the ladies, and all of a sudden I get a tap on the shoulder, and I see Josh Koscheck over there. I'm like, what's up? Josh wants you. This is a private party. Josh said, you got to leave. Got here. I'm on the dance. I'm fucking Mr. International. And he's like, what? I said, motherfucker with the fluffy ears, listen. I was doing this when you was popping zits and sucking on tits. Get the fuck out of here. And the girls are like, Shonie. I'm like, him. I gave birth to him. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how you going to tell me to leave a club that ain't yours? You ain't rent the club. They had, the guys sit on the back of the VIP with the ropes. Mm-hmm. I'm not the ropes guy. I'm not behind the ropes guy. I'm the guy on the dance floor. I don't ask for bottles. It costs too much for $40 whiskey or vodka. I go to the bar. I want that interaction. Literally, I'm on the dance floor. Next thing you know, 2 of those security guards at Vegas tap me on the shoulder. I'm like, what's up? Can we talk to you? Say less, player. Ladies, practice. Be right back. We go downstairs, and apparently they didn't get a good look. And then the head of security's like, Shonie Carter. Yeah, what's up, man? What the problem is? What I'm trying to figure out international relations with the nation. Josh, I said, Kim, I don't care. It's like he says that you're bothering him. I said, he's pissed. I got 5 chicks on the floor. He's sitting over in the VIP booth with 5 guys. I got 5 women on the dance floor, and he waiting on me. I'm trying to do salsa. We literally walk back upstairs. Head security, Vegas, Club 54. We walk upstairs, women on the dance floor. They sitting there waiting on me in the middle of the dance floor. I said, see what I'm saying? I don't give a about Kim here. You too. You too. It's like, Mr. National, just go have fun. If you want to set one of them out there, no, I don't kick nobody out. I want them to see me grabbing ass and dancing. That's what I do. Salsa. Excuse me, I gotta go. Went back to the full-on dance. Yeah.
Speaking of guys that have controversial, and might not be aware of the legendary Mr. International. What are your thoughts on Jake Paul and Logan Paul and this whole celebrity social media boxing? Let's get right into this.
Let's dig into this.
Tell me your thoughts on. Let's start with Logan Paul first, fighting Floyd Mayweather.
That was when Floyd fought Conor. That was a money grab. People didn't hear about the guy who leaked the story about what was going on. They popped him, left him on the bus stop with 2 bullet holes behind his skull.
You can't just pass over that.
Yeah, what is this now?
Right. Yeah. No. Because I've worked with the former detective sergeant from Chicago, who was a federal marshal, I get the stories that.
So tell us this then.
The guy who was leaking the story of the results of the outcome of the fight
of Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather before they fought.
Before they fought.
Talking about because it was already botched. There was already a fixed fight.
It was set up?
It was a fixed fight.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying there was a gentleman that knew about this that was telling people?
He leaked
bets?
For bets. He said it was going to end in the ninth or 10th round. And it's a story of him on the bench. They found him on the bench in Las Vegas with 2 in the back of his skull.
Who was this guy? Was he in the fight world, or how did he know about it? He somehow knew about it.
There's an image. I saw the image.
So he was in the know, but how he found out the information?
Right. All that I didn't. I went la 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 la. I don't want to know that much. And yeah, he got popped.
So
when Logan Paul and Floyd did their fight, the exhibition. It was meant to be carried. Look, I'm gonna give you a scoop. Oh my God, I hate that I know this, but I'm glad I know. When Logan Paul fought Anderson Silva, the punch never landed.
Which punch?
The punch that dropped.
They dropped Anderson.
Right, because it looks like it's close. It's like it's almost like the ending. You said
some super fan, and they're dangerous. Super fans are dangerous. I know that from experience. He freeze framed it and went tick, 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 showed you slow motion. The overhand punch never landed.
What do you think now? What do you think the end game is for Anderson Silva doing that? Why
there's a giant briefcase or a duffel bag.
There's never enough money?
No. I'm saying they gave him enough money to say fall.
No, I get that.
What about his legacy, though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't you care about your legacy?
The legacy of your MMA career is not tarnished. Just like when he got popped positive for steroids at one time.
Yeah, it's actually kind of went around under the radar, actually. It kind of hit and went away.
The crazy part was that there was another super fan that busted him. They did the UMTV Cribs, and he went from the garage to the inside of his house. Cameras. Never do that. Super fan, they showed the cameras that was panning past the hallway. There was an IGF box in the human growth hormone. Green, orange, blue. I think that's the colors. Somebody freeze framed it because you didn't see what it said. You just saw the stripes.
Yeah.
Then they split screened it and took the box, the same box, a whole picture of the box and put it side by side. And that's when he got busted.
So you're saying we got to go back to this.
I know.
We got this. We're going viral right now, ladies and gentlemen. So you're saying the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight was fixed, and the gentleman that was leaking it was killed, and you got that from insider information, from people in the know, from detectives.
Then it was leaked on the internet.
Okay, and then so you're saying the Jake Paul Anderson Silva fight was fixed as well.
Yeah.
Was the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight fixed?
It was meant to be carried.
Okay, and then what? So is that why didn't Floyd stop at one point in the fight when he was clocking Logan and he pulled back?
Let me demonstrate, people.
Give it to us.
Orthodox fighter. I'm 40. At this time, I'm 51. Boy, come on over here. Don't make me repeat myself. That's what the older fighter does. I'm not stalking you down.
Right. Yeah.
Look at the fight. You'll see Floyd do what they call a walkover. A walkover is when you try to punch. Older fighters don't stalk younger fighters.
Yeah.
And literally, who has ever gotten behind Floyd Mayweather? Nobody. How did Conor get behind Floyd Mayweather on the clinch? In the corner. I said, dude, they jockeyed that fight to go the distance as far as it did because of the betting odds in Las Vegas.
You're 100% on this.
100%.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is coming from an OG of the fight. This is not some random.
You're not telling me to say this. I'm telling you.
This is a guy that's in the know, ladies and gentlemen.
I've done every type of fighting there is.
Yeah.
I told people, I said, you cannot. I was sparring partners with David Diaz getting ready for Manny Pacquiao because I'm a southpaw.
What about the
There's a bunch.
Tyron Woodley.
He dropped his left. He did like this to let him know
that he was in a.
We saw that.
Yeah.
So you're saying that he
took a dive. He took a dive.
Tyron did.
Tyron Woodley.
Tyron took a dive.
But he got clocked.
I'll get one punch.
Those really.
I mean, if he's taking a fat briefcase full of money,
you did see that signal too.
Listen, when Ben Askren did that bullshit, and he said, I need the money. How many schools do you have? He made reference to how many wrestling schools.
When he boxed
for Jake Paul.
When he said that he looked like a sack of milk.
Yep.
And I'm like, I said,
sack of milk.
And it was crazy because think about this. Like you say, he looked like wrestlers are the Marines of MMA.
100%.
Kickboxing and jiu-jitsu are the Navy SEALs. Even if you're a Marine, have you ever seen a fat U.S. Marine?
No.
Look at me. I'm overweight. This is me, obese, according to the BMI charts and everything. I have a flat stomach. I'm overweight. And I tell people, I'm like, you cannot tell me you trained when you just bullshit in boxing. You can go to a cardio boxing class and lose weight, perceivably. You are not going to get in the ring with somebody and tell me you trained and you got love handles because your athlete honor will not allow you to go in there looking with love handles. And if you did have 3 wrestling schools, you had, as in past tense, because you lost 2 of the schools, maybe got 1, because your students are like, ugh.
What about, so here's one that I got to ask you about. So what about Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz? Nate Diaz isn't going to put up that acting bullshit, right? No. You think that wasn't staged, right?
That wasn't staged. I just like.
You think Diaz just doesn't give it?
After he fought Conor McGregor, how many millions did he make?
Oh, I mean,
when you got millions in your bank account, it's hard to be hungry. And that's why you're seeing Conor on a losing streak and he's still making money. Now, I mean, I'm not saying about the pharmaceutical enhancements he's been on. Everybody says, we know he's not. You. Yeah, he is.
So Conor McGregor for sure is on steroids.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Okay.
You go from 155 to damn near heavyweight. Get the Alistair Overeem. Now he looks like he need a sandwich and a beer.
You see him now, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He looks like
Yeah.
I told people he was barely at 205.
Yep.
Do you think the Paul brothers are on steroids? Jake Paul and Logan Paul are on steroids?
They probably got a low level of HGH or some sort of stem cell because I tell people just like what Sir Gordon Ryan. I did a seminar with him at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Expo. I used to teach at the Expo. Literally, he was Black Pitts, but I was standing next to Gordon Ryan. Now he's that damn big.
You know what's funny about that? I used to go to Arnold Classic. If you've ever been there, it's awesome.
It's awesome. It's overload.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw him there before, still kind of coming up, and then, you see photos of him now or whatever, and just monster,
I tell people, when they introduce the UFC to the Arnold Schwarzenegger Expo, that is the mecca epicenter of steroids and performance-enhancing drugs.
100%.
The poison is in the blood now.
Mm-hmm.
They took away USADA. And I'm not saying anything negative about the UFC, but they did get in bed with Disney. With Disney bought them. Then they got in bed with, what, the WWE?
William Morris Endeavor as well, the talent agency.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why these guys are getting these breaks. And literally, Ultimate Fighter Season 4, I forget the EP, guy in charge, came up to me after my interview. Why aren't you on TV?
Yeah.
He was off. I said, well, you got the cameras, you got the budget. He said, you're the most charismatic guy I've ever met. I said, well, I don't give about the cameras. I'm talking to you like this.
Yeah.
And when I look at the camera and I was laugh because I knew the entertainment value of what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to ask you. I'm going to flip the script. Ready? Buckle up. Easy question. Ultimate Fighter Season 4. Give me some names.
Season 4?
Yeah. Give me some names.
George St. Pierre was a part of that. Yeah, but he was a part of it. I can't think of the fighters though. I don't know offhand.
You know I was on the show, right?
Well, obviously yourself.
Fans. No Google. Name the fighters. You know why? Because they were boring as
Yeah.
Pete Spratt, Edwin DeWeese, Gideon Ray, Travis View, even I, Chris Lights Out Lido, Pete Spratt, Mikey Burnett, Dean Thomas. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I spent time with them. The problem is that within the entertainment collective of what we are as athletes, people forget that there's an entertainment value of sport. We provide so much uncertainty in a very seemingly understandable premise of athletic endeavor. You watch baseball, football, basketball, we're going to see it today, whatever it is. Do you really know what's going on the football field? It's too much going on to be truly entertained by any one person. When you have MMA versus boxing versus kickboxing, people can't barely name the champions in boxing and kickboxing now. I actually will name the champions in MMA. Name me some contenders in MMA. The first thing they'll say is either Ronda Rousey or Conor McGregor. That's crazy. I'm like, you don't know about Francis Ngannou, how he left. You don't know who the current champions are.
Speaking of that, what do you think of Tyson Fury versus Ngannou? That wasn't staged, right?
That was some bullshit.
How so?
You got to won.
Yeah, when you dropped the world champion with 0 wins, 0 losses.
Yeah.
I said, that's bad.
You thought he won that fight, though, for sure.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I said,
for sure. I think everybody.
Not a stagger, not a trip and fall. Pow!
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on now. Right. And so that tells you a guy who's 0 wins, 0 losses, who goes into a separate venue of sport. What are the contenders there? If he can drop the heavyweight champion, I give the champion credit for standing up. I don't fault Tyson Fury. I look at the commissions and the ebb and flow of what they're looking at as far as win and loss.
Speaking of people in their prime, Ngannou's a beast in his prime. But how do you think Ngannou would have done against Mike Tyson in his prime?
Now that's a very interesting equation because I would think Ngannou would, if I'm seeing it right, it would be a decision fight. Even though Mike was not known for going to decision.
Yeah. Okay.
If you can get past 6 rounds, you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now here's one other. I got to throw this in here real quick. You're talking about entertainment aspect of things and fighting. Dylan Dennis is making a name for himself on social media just through all of the showboating and the ridiculousness.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on him real quick, and do you think you would take him out?
Any of these new kids, give me 4.5 months.
Yeah.
4.5 months.
Including Jake Paul and Logan Paul, right?
I'd laugh.
Can you talk to the camera and tell
Camera
them you take him
people,
out?
since y'all want to do that, Grandpa, yeah, her name is Theo. I have Leilani, who's 6, and Thea's 5. I got 3 other kids. Listen, take me out the job from being a manager at Belmont and Sawyer Export. I'm the training manager. Listen, 4 months. 4 months of my training, getting in shape to fight any of you. Any of you.
Logan Paul,
Jake Paul,
Dylan Dennis, any of these YouTuber,
oh my God,
influencer people. You take
MK,
them.
what was it? The one black guy.
Oh, that
KSI.
Yes.
KSI.
Yeah, KSI. I remember when what was the one who lost to Kimbo?
Dada 5000.
Dada 5000.
You take them all on, right?
Yeah, they actually contacted me through a former athletic commissioner, Kelvin Caldwell. They said they wanted to fight me. bring that contract here.
This is 100%.
100.
And you're not taking any dives either.
No, literally. Shonie Carter at Yahoo. SHONIE Carter at Yahoo. You email me, I'll then give you my number. And, yeah, we can do it. Remember, Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee are in the Hall of Honors with me.
Now, check this out. You're also just not – you're going to get a great fight, but you're going to get the flash and the crowd. You're going to sell more seats.
You're going to get the best talker on the mic.
Please.
Talk about promos. This guy will smoke everybody.
Please, I will love – listen. Just imagine my art on sale at the fight show. Just prints. We'll make a bunch of killing. We'll make a bunch of money. And honestly, I laugh because y'all don't train hard enough. Y'all talk more than when you train. Once I'm training, I go dark. There's no social media. There's no glimpses of what I'm doing unless someone on the south side of West Side Chicago in the Stank Tank gym, because that's where I train. No heavy bags match, no central air, one fan. And literally, you're going to find out what a dogfight is. I'll be 52 in May, so I'll be 52 by the time we fight. So you're going to get beat up, embarrassed by Grandpa. Her name is Thea.
This is a fact.
This is literally.
He's got the belts that you don't even know what these things are, because these things are so old school that they will crap on you, bro.
He had signed a contract with Pride Fighting Championships with the Militich team. His name was Jason Black. Favored to win. I had just lost a last-minute fight to one of Randy Couture's guys. I actually got caught in a triangle choke, and I tapped out of frustration, not getting choked. Listen, bull. I can't pick him up. Because it was like one of them weird-ass triangles off to the side. I'm like, this is some bull. You know that you got me on this one. I'm talking in a triangle choke. Sankanko Jime. That's in Japanese. And I was like, I can't get him because the weight was off to this way. This one, I'd have slammed the shit out of him. I then turned around and fought 2 weeks later against Jason Black of the Militich camp. He was 19-0 before the fight, signed a Pride Fighting Championships deal. They wanted a warm-up against a War Dog veteran. Wrong answer. I said, okay. I won that belt, slammed him, dislocated his... I slammed him. I threw him. A Yoko Toshi lateral drop. I threw him, won the fight in the first round. The old school rap group Crucial Conflict was in the front row.
That's my rap group, bro.
What are you
On the
saying?
west side, brother.
Right.
Yo.
This fight was JT Taylor. He was the guy who was in the training camp with Matt Lindland, Olympic silver medalist. I fought him in the WEC and threw his ass all around the ring, the cage doing judo. Beat him and played with him. I got 20-some other belts sitting at home. I wasn't bringing all them shits with you, but you can look me up and see them. 12 are missing. When I beat Manson Gibson. The underground fight title in Chicago. I mean, just numerous belts. And I've laughed because these KSIs and Logan and Jake, Dennis, Dylan, I can go act an ass. They doing local shit. When I act up, I'm on a pyramid in Cairo, Egypt. I'm running on the Great Wall of China, cutting in front of 20,000 people.
Would you fight Jake Paul and Logan Paul at the same time?
Back to back, I did 6 in one night.
I feel like that's just light work for you.
I would laugh because literally.
And you're dead serious. This is we're not just doing this for entertainment. Yeah. Like both of you guys.
Listen, you can check my pulse. I'm not. Well, I'd have pre-workout in me, but
probably take KSI, Dylan Dennis in the same night as well.
I wouldn't mind.
All 4 of them.
I really wouldn't.
Imagine the payday on that too.
Right. They can go
one day,
and they can pick the poison. I remember when I fought Shannon the Cannon Rich. He's another journeyman. He was blah, 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 blah. And I said, really? Really? You really think you going, We fought in the Phoenix, Arizona Zoo for Shane Mosley. I've got that belt on the shelf. I almost brought 3, but them shits get heavy. I'm sick of carrying them. And I laugh about it because, like, my future ex-girlfriend, soon-to-be wife one day, she used to come to the underground. She used to come to Tropicana, and we have a mutual friend that would tell her about me. And then I didn't know because I'm busy beating up 4 or 5 guys in the night. And if I can find a platform to get them pay-per-views on them VHS tapes, I have, like I said, I have a brontobite. Literally, people think I'm making Brontosaurus, the biggest dinosaur. I'm a dinosaur, so I have the biggest amount of unseen footage. And I laugh because just my warm-up, you can pick wrestling to compete against me, folk style, freestyle, Greco-Roman, judo, jiu-jitsu, pick your style of jiu-jitsu, karate, Muay Thai, Sanshao, Sanda, pancration, fought in Greece in the Coliseum. Got in trouble because I moved a cannonball, but that's another story. That's what I do. See, I didn't have the smartphones like how these kids do local dump. Mm-hmm. Sean Strickland wrestling out some guy on a ski resort.
Right.
I'm trying to start a fucking avalanche. That's what I'm doing. I went to a ski slope one time, and I was wearing dress shoes and slacks. And they were like, Sean, I said, I want to go on the ski lift. I've never been on a ski lift. And they were like, what? I went on the ski lift, and I was sitting there swinging my feet like, ooh, it's cute. I said, people do this shit, huh? And I get back, and I get off, you supposed to be a ski zone. No, I found out why. Perhaps ski zone. I've started fires in front of firemen. I've given a paramedic CPR.
Shonie, I must say, man, you are obviously bigger than Mr. International, man. You are the world within a world, brother.
James Bond.
Yes, you are Mr. James Bond.
Yeah, listen, I do stuff, and I'm going to do this right now. Okay, so I got this crazy stuff, but I'm going to take it down 1,000. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm a poet.
Let's hear it.
Ready, yo? I know why the athlete cries. Do you know why the athlete cries? Do you know how it is finally to achieve success after so many failures, in spite of the practices and the countless number of tries? You have no container to hold the sweat through the stressful days and sleepless nights and the exhausting fights. I know why the athlete cries. In every moment to remember like these, I know why the athlete cries. The lacerations of the skin, the muscles akin to the strain, the concussions to the brain, or may not, or may remain. The dislocations of the bones, I remain to feel alone. As the skin gets stitched, and a place on the field in the arena will never be switched. As the gladiator under fire, I know why the athlete cries. In the times of self-doubt that we may have to overcome, the hurdles we leap, the points to score, the things we overcome, no matter how exhausted, we strive for more. To be there in those moments in searching and hunting in the magic moment of perfection. It is our selection to do what others wouldn't or couldn't sacrifice, to have this as a choice, not in any election. It is our selection. I know why the athlete cries. Once again, I repeat to you, my eager listener, my viewer from your seat, I know why the athlete cries. In so many moments before the successes, there are so many failures, the times of the fall, when we remember the times in the lack of discipline involving distractions, nor the willingness to sacrifice or the willingness to give it all that is necessary or intended or ended without success. We cry because we know we could have done better. We will cry because we know we could have done better. We will cry for more of it to come out better in the next lesson, that we will train smarter and yet harder to be the best next time. It is a lesson that you will never go to the classroom to learn. Just be content in your seat outside of the field, the court, the arena. You may never cry as the athlete cries.
Mr. International, we don't want to keep you here all day, but there is no better way. There's no better way we have nowhere to go after that. So we're going to wrap this up.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like we could sit here for hours. The stories are endless.
We're going to have to wrap it up after that.
That is it. But that is amazing, dude. Seriously.
Thank you.
That was exquisite, man. If Edgar Allan Poe was a pimp in the modern day, it would
Punching is my profession. Pain is my passion. May the powers that be please include my people. Pimp. Guys, follow me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm trying to get into tweeting. Better yet, come by Belmont and Sawyer Export. Go to Chicago MMA. Go to Foundation Jiu-Jitsu. Or Apex House of Grappling.
Apex, okay.
Yeah.
And then once we get you that fight, then we'll be back. We'll talk.
Oh, my God. You hear me? You Paul Brothers, Dennis, KSI.
Any of those influencers.
Y'all want to do this, go ahead. I don't mind. Remember, y'all fighting Grandpa. I'm going to look for a Geritol sponsorship. Pfizer and Geritol. Oh, what's the one, the hair club for men?
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes I miss shaving spots, and she always, I need you miss the spot or two because sometimes it looks like I have alopecia. But I'm like, my bad, because I sit in the shower for hours. Oh, my God. Speedo, what's up?
Yeah, there you go. That's what you need, brother.
All right, that's Pfizer Geritol. I know what athlete cries. You want to buy my art? Help me get on Etsy. I'll sell prints. Oh, my God. Let me stop. Let me go.
So we will post all that stuff when we get everything going. And it's been nothing but a complete honor. Seriously.
Absolute honor.
You're a legend of the sport. You're a legend of mixed martial arts. You're a legend in life. And your stories are endless, brother. I'm glad we did something, too.
I know. We're supposed to wrap it up. Listen. So I got to put the... You heard about it on the way here. Last night I saved a life.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
So early last year, a guy tried to commit suicide. He jumped onto the tracks. I saved him. I got up on tracks and pulled him off. That's nothing. That's nothing. I did it. Last night on the bus, and the lovely lady Laura was with me going to see my mom. She's in hospice care. So I'm riding northbound on Cicero. No bullshit. It just goes on. I promise I'm going to be done. So we get on the bus at Midway, and the driver lets on some miscreants of decent behavior, 5 or 6 guys, and a young lady. We're riding northbound on Cicero in that industrial corridor where all the oil refineries are, oil storage. All of a sudden I hear her crying, screaming. These guys are trying to drag her off the bus and took her phone. Not on my watch. Yeah, that's not from training. I got into a fight with 4 or 5 guys, and I did not let her get off they did not take her. And the police ended up catching them. Oh, nice. Yeah, Cicero and Chicago worked in hand. And that shook me because my little mean girl, Sierra, she's about her size, about 110 pounds. This girl's about this big. And I have Thea and Leilani. She's 6 and the other one's 5. I have 2 sons, Samarian and Kavion. But in that moment, I want to tell you, other than saving the girls, I got pistol whipped last night. Yeah, it happened. I got up, and Super Soldier here, that's my girl. That's my future ex-girlfriend, wife. I have to explain that to people. I'm my future ex-boyfriend. Well, she's a Marine. I mean, not Camp Pendleton or Parris Island, but she was Semper Fidelis. She pushed one of them back after I got hit with the pistol. And literally, she wouldn't be here. This girl would not be on earth still. And I want to say something in absolute seriousness other than the stories. This is another story. Do not get on the back of a damn bus and you see 4 or 5 guys and you're going to sit back there with your earbuds and your iPhone and you a 110-pound woman. I don't care what color skin you in. I don't care what color the miscreants are. Be situationally aware of yourself, ladies and gentlemen. I saved a kid, a young man, on 63rd. They tried to rob her. I didn't let him. I don't care what color skin you're in. I don't care what your gender is. Don't be a victim by being stupid. If you see trouble, be aware. If you need to take classes, call me. Text me. I'm on social media. If you need the situational awareness, because self-defense seminars don't work. 24 to 48 hours of a 2-hour class does not combat callous you to real life. I got hit in the face with a semi-automatic pistol last night. IRL wearing body armor too, but they didn't hit the skull. Please be aware, because in an instant, there was a show in an instant. That could happen. I want to. What was her name? Viela. God bless you. I'm glad I was there, for being an angel that God sent me to earth to be there in that moment to take away those demons and protect you. Phones are replaceable. Put your damn iPhones away. Take your earbuds out. Look around you, ladies. Know your situation and recognize danger. All right?
So we can add Batman to the rest of the accolades that he's running around Chicago. It's Gotham City.
Save the world. Also, at the end of the day, we can also, and everyone can easily agree upon, who's ever met this man and crossed paths, was like, you are a great human being, man. You're an awesome
amazing
person,
human being.
And you continue to keep kicking ass, brother, and don't stop doing it.
I am. I'm going to keep doing it.
Let's go, brother.
Absolutely. We got to do this. We got to run this again, too.
Yeah.
We got tons more to talk about. All right. Yeah. Shonie Carter, we appreciate your time, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.